Well,
So
Journey to Peace family, I'm turning 40. I need you all to get in these comments and comment and convince her to throw me a party, even if it's COVID live. I need her to figure out how to throw me a banging 40th birthday party.
Welcome back to Journey to Peace with me. If you are new here, we have a visitor. If you're old here, we have a visitor. He has never been on this channel before, but thank you for clicking on this video. You got a surprise when you did. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button down below. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I post a video. So I brought my husband along so that we can have a conversation about how we're coming up with the money for our air conditioner. We don't know the title of this video just yet.
I told you it should be called The Benefits of Saving.
Okay, fine, whatever. It's already titled because y'all clicked on it, but at this moment, we don't know what it's called.
Benefits of Saving.
Okay, fine. So what we had to do was figure out how we were going to come up with the money for the air conditioner. Over the last year or so, I've been talking about us saving for an air conditioner. You know that I budgeted $5,000 toward the air conditioner.
Which she didn't talk to me about because I clearly would have told her to budget at least 10 for the AC.
We had a conversation. He's a free spirit of the bunch, and so he didn't pay attention. But I budgeted $5,000. We did have an AC man come out, and he told us that the actual amount is...
Well, which one?
Not Costco.
Because we've had like 5 come out to tell us
so
different prices.
Even in these Corona streets, my husband has had folks traipsing in and out of our house.
I mean,
so
listen.
The first
we live in South Florida. It's hot. It's summertime, and our main focus was getting the AC done, especially in these times because we're spending so much time in the house.
That sounds like a bunch of
malarkey
for why he got these folks traipsing in and out of my house.
It need to get done.
But anyway, okay, so Costco came out.
We're not going to say Costco, are we?
Costco came out, and what Costco did was try our entire life. Okay, and so they charged us what a little over $9,000,
which I was okay with just because I had a $10,000 budget in my head. So it came in underneath my budget.
I had $5,000 budget in my head, and so that's $9,200. That wasn't it. My father is a general contractor, and so what I did was I gave him a call and said, "Daddy, we need an air conditioner. You got somebody?" And so he gave us the name of his contractor who does his AC work in all of his houses that he builds. So he came out, and what was his price?
$6,800, I believe.
$6,800. Now y'all see why $9,200 was not gonna cut it for me. So $6,800. That is pretty much the best we're gonna do. That's what my daddy said. I believe him because that's his line of work. That's what we're going with. But here's the problem. We don't have $6,800 in the home maintenance fund. Y'all know this because I keep updating you on how much we have. So how much do we have in our home maintenance fund?
A little over 4,000.
Right. So we have $4,057.89 in that account. We're a little short, right? Yes. So we had to figure out how we were going to come up with the rest of the money. Because I'm the budget person, I had a conversation with the AC man when he was here. I said, "Hi, Mr. AC man. How is this going to work? Because we had a budget. This is how much we have. So how long is it going to take for us to get this air conditioner?" He said it was a backlog. Do you remember how long he said the backlog is?
No, he said it depends. So that backlog could be from a week to 2 weeks.
Okay, so maybe 2 weeks, a month, or what have you, but not long enough to get us the rest of the money. So he gave us a couple of options.
Option 1.
Come as close to $6,800 as you can, and let's work out a payment plan. He said that he trusts my father. He knows where I live now because My husband has let him inside of our home. And so he figured we're not going to run off with the money. And if need be, he'll just come and get it. So that was option number one.
Option two.
We ask our parents for the rest of the money. I know we are grown, like grown, but we still have the benefit, and I guess that's a privilege, of calling our parents to say, we're in need. Now, mind you, our children better not do this to us when they get our age and call us, because
they will, particularly the oldest one.
We're not gonna have it. But that was option. That was option two. Call our parents to see if they could lend us the money.
And option three, which is the best and logical option.
He's saying that because that was his option. Option three was what?
Figure out how to give ourselves a loan from our own money.
So basically he's saying, you have this savings challenge. You've been saving this money. I've been saving some money. Remember, I told you that we kind of live separately with finances. So you've been saving over here. I've been saving over there. I'm sure between the two of us, we have enough that we can loan ourselves that money and then pay ourselves back. Right? That's option three.
And I'm going to tell you why this is the best option. This is my argument, because my wife, love her to death, but you have to lay out an entire argument. It can't be, hey, look, this is the best option. You have to say, this is the best option, and give the reasons. So here go the reasons why this was the best option. Okay? Reason one, we're doing homeschool. So after school, we're not having to pay for after school right now. We're not having to paying for some of the sporting things that our children do right now. So we're able to save more because those monies are not going towards those particular avenues, right? Reason two is that if something were to happen and we would need to use money, it's easy to say take a step back from paying yourself than owing someone that you said, look, I'm going to pay you this much of money for these number of months. So that way, if I have to take off and say, look, I'll just eat my input, it's easier for me.
I'm not eating my input.
I may have to. We may have to. If something comes up, we never know what may happen.
I want all my coins back.
So.
All of them. So option one, we decided against option one. What my husband was saying, in addition to that, is that's my father's business partner. And we didn't feel comfortable putting that on the line if something happened with us. And we told him we were going to pay him back in 6 to 9 months, and it took us longer than that. So we didn't want a hardship on my father and his business partner. So option one, off the table. That left us with option two and option three. Option two, still my favorite. Why?
No, option two is not the favorite. I can tell you from experience, we've done this before, and it's not bad, but owing your parents can be stressful.
Not mine.
For me, it can be stressful, owing my parents.
Owing my parents isn't stressful at all. Why? Because at the end of it, my parents, they kind of waive certain fees. So they don't necessarily want all of the money back. They'll figure out what they have going on. Sometimes they will gift us and say, don't worry about it. That's why option two is a favorite for me, because maybe my parents at the end of it would say, y'all have paid back enough. Don't worry about paying the rest.
Okay, so y'all may see lights going on and off. I'm a techie, so I have timers on lights. So that's why you just saw the light go on the back, and the other one's a motion light. So people are moving around the house.
Y'all know we got 3 kids, and they running around somewhere. That's what's causing the lights to go back on. I have learned to ignore it. Y'all have learned to ignore it because this happens in our videos often, but because this is the first time he's here.
I'm a newbie.
He doesn't know this happens all the time. All right, so we are not going with option two because he doesn't like it. Also, I don't want to take advantage of my parents, even though I like the fact that sometimes they say we don't have to pay them back. We don't borrow money from them very often. The last time I did it was several years ago. That one, my daddy did make me pay him back all of the money. I didn't like that so much.
And for me, I think it's because I know that we have done a pretty good job of saving. We do joint saving and separate saving, which I honestly think is the best thing to do, because things that she wants to do, she doesn't necessarily have to come ask me about it, so she can go ahead and get it. And things that I want to do, I don't have to ask her about it. I can just go and get it because it's coming out of my own personal spend money. I know a lot of people try to put everything together and they have to ask each other if they can spend on something that they really want. But I think our way works best. I really do.
It's not a problem. We're doing
Option
it.
3.
We've been doing it for 10 years.
Option 3.
Option 3 is the option that was going to happen. It just took me a while to get there, but I finally got there. Also, credit card was never an option.
No.
We talked about it and said almost simultaneously.
You're right. I don't think that was really ever an option.
No.
Of putting it on a credit card.
Because we didn't want to put it on a credit card and have the interest and then have to be forced to make those monthly payments to be able to get out of that.
Now, the only reason we might would have put it on a credit card is if we already have the money right now, so just so we can get the reward point. But then when we looked at the benefits of the reward points on that credit card, it was not worth.
It would have given us back 2%.
Right.
No, it would have given us 1%.
1%.
1% based on that $6,800. So that's $68.
Right.
So is that worth it? No. We've already saved a couple of $1,000s from Costco, option 1, by going with option 2. So we're not going to be greedy and put it on a credit card for $68. So option 3 it is. Now we still have to deal with the fact that we only have, $4,057.89 in that account. So we are short, $2,743. How are we coming up with the rest of the money?
And this is where my wife has a lot of she had the $5 challenge.
Yes.
5s and 1s. She has the coins challenge.
We're not touching the coins.
Wait.
We didn't talk about that.
No, listen. I'm just talking about how diligent you are about your challenges.
Okay. Continue.
You're diligent about your challenges. So she has a lot of different challenges going on. Now, it's great. The only problem is that a lot of times I'll see my 5s and 1s come up missing when I leave them on the counter. So I knew that she had a challenge. I didn't know what challenge it was, but I knew she had a challenge that had some money in it that we could use, because we're further enough out that we can replenish that, so she'd get back to her goal. Right.
And because y'all know I give it to you real, I don't try and fake anything on this channel, we're telling you what the numbers are now and what's happening. What he's talking about is actually the 26-week challenge. We just call it the savings challenge for this year. 26 weeks is the pay period. I tell you where we are, but I did not want to pretend like I still had that money in the account, and that we just came up with this extra $2,700 just out of nowhere. So we're taking that money and putting it toward the air conditioner. Problem.
So that money's short.
Right, it's short. How much is in that account?
We're using $1,200.
Okay, so that account has $1,262.82. So of that $1,262.62, we're going to take $1,200 of it to go toward the air conditioner, but we're still short.
Still short. $1,543.
Right. Now what we gonna do?
She got it.
I got it. Okay. So what we're I don't have it. Not by myself. I don't have it.
So, and this is where the benefit of both of us saving on our own terms, because now it's not hitting one piece. So it's not me having to come up with $1,500 plus dollars by myself and wipe out my savings, or her trying to come up with $1,500 by herself and wiping out her savings. So when we both looked at our savings separately, we said, look, we can do half, which would be $771.50 from both of our savings.
I can do that. That's doable.
That's doable, especially with Christmas coming up and was trying to do
the white Christmas.
The white Christmas.
So this money for me is going to come out of the emergency fund. That's what it's there for. This is considered an emergency because we live in South Florida. It's hot. Our air conditioner is about to go out. I tried to push it with Mr. AC Man, and I asked him, how much longer can this AC last?
Like the first person told us, you're going to need a new AC sooner than later. You're living day to day. It can go out on you at any time. So Mr. AC got this time after my wife says, so how much longer can we get? He says, I'm surprised you're on borrowed time. I'm surprised it hasn't gone out on you already. So, and we know this. We knew it was time.
Right, and it's bad. It's so bad that we have to put the AC up to 81 degrees during the daytime. So we are here in these COVID streets doing virtual distance school, distance learning, work at home, 81 degrees.
Now,
that's not a problem for me because I'm always cold. So
now it's a huge problem for me.
Very comfortable for me.
Because I'm a person, it has to be 73 when I go to bed or I can't sleep. But because my office is outside, every time I come inside, it's cooler than it is outside.
So AC Man said you are on borrowed time. So what that meant to me, budget girl, was we don't have time to play with your budget and get this money together. We have to do it quickly.
What that meant for me was I got a quote that is $3,000 plus less than what I budgeted. So I'm like, yo, let's make this happen. Like, the sooner the better.
He doesn't look at price tag.
But
he heard the number and thought that's still cheaper than what I thought it was gonna be. Let's move, right? And he didn't say, babe, how much money we got? It was,
let's make it happen.
Let's move. We'll worry about all of that later.
Let's make it happen.
I had to say, no, we need to take a minute and think about this. All right, so what we told you is we are going to come up with $771.50 separately, and that is going to be the rest of the money. Now, we have to pay ourselves back. And so we decided that my savings challenge is going to get paid back first. Why? Because that is a family. Our Journey to Peace with Me family, that's our family challenge. And so our goal was to have $1,775 in that account by the end of the year. You can't see if I have $1,775 in the account if we still keep that $1,200 out. So we're gonna pay me back first. And we are going to do that over
four pay periods?
Yeah, a little over 4 pay periods. What we have been doing, you've seen me do it, is we've been putting the aftercare money for the babies and the aftercare money for the big girl into our home repair fund. Why? Because y'all know it, I've said it before, we are before care, school care, and aftercare. So we are paying ourselves those fees. So that money was going into the home repair fund. We were also putting our date night fees in there. We budget $75.
Because we just date nighted here.
That $75 is instead of going into the date night envelope, is going to the home repair fund. And then we were also putting gymnastics money into the home repair fund. Why? Because we're not sending baby girl into that gym with all of those people walking around bare feet.
Barefoot. They're barefoot.
And plopping around on the mats and whatnot.
So I'm not a germaphobe.
There's something about a whole bunch of people walking around bare feet on mats and what that smells like. If you've never been to a gymnastics studio, you might not understand this, but that smell.
It doesn't. I didn't. No, it didn't have a smell.
Yeah. Oh, that's because you play football, and so you're used to that football funk. But. This. All right, so we're gonna pay me back first, and so that means we're gonna put that gymnastics money aside just in case. So conservatively, that's $275 being paid back to ourselves every pay period. That is going to run me to November. What did I say?
November 13th.
November 13th, I will have paid myself back for taking that $1,200 out, and each pay period, I will continue to put in money into the savings challenge, so I'll still have that $1,775 toward the end of the year. Now, the next person who gets paid back, still me. Why? Because I said I need all my coins.
And because that was a way for me to convince her to choose my option.
Because I need all my coins.
So,
okay?
I deferred payment to make sure that she could get paid back.
Thank you, husband.
And before Christmas. Think about that. She gets paid back.
That's because he want me to buy him
before
something.
Christmas. She gets paid back before Christmas. I'm still short on my savings.
That's because he wants me to buy him something, but
I
understand.
do need a new camera.
No, understand that your gift is this trip, babe.
No, that's the kids' trip.
Okay. So I'm gonna pay myself back this $275, and we'll continue to do that. Maybe if we do gymnastics, I'll get paid a little bit faster. But right now it says
December 11th.
December 11th is the
So
date.
plenty of time to go get my new Canon camera with Wi-Fi, so I can start to load to my phone when I'm taking pictures. Go ahead.
December 11th is when I will have all of my funds back because I need all of my coins.
And then I don't get paid
he
back.
Gets paid.
January 8th is when that's post-Christmas, post-New Year, and post-birthday.
So we have figured out a way to pay for our air conditioner ourselves, not tax our parents, and have them, support their grown children, almost 40, 35.
Not use the credit card to increase the interest, have to pay back the interest.
Right. And then not trouble my father and his business partner. So this is what we're doing. This is how we are paying this off. And we have a plan to pay ourselves back. So before 2021, we will both have our money back.
One person will definitely have their money back before 2021.
At a minimum, January 8th. Not
right.
bad.
And that's still not bad. That, honestly, that's still not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
So what this video did, hopefully for you, is to give you an understanding of why sinking funds are so important, why having this money and these challenges throughout the year to save some money will help you, and how it helps you, and how you can borrow from yourself to be able to pay for things instead of using a credit card to pay for it. Because a couple years ago, if you had told us,
we would have put on a credit card quick.
We probably didn't even have a credit card that this amount of money could have gone on a couple of years ago, to be honest. A couple of years ago, all my cards were like maxed out, and so I wouldn't have had any room to put any of this on. But through Dave Ramsey, through savings, through paying off stuff, this is where we are. So hopefully we helped you out. If y'all are interested in seeing this handsome face come back on the screen, let me know in the comment section down below, because this is his first time coming and he is cutting up. So I don't know if I'm going to invite him back unless y'all tell me in the comment section.
She's just worried about it'll become my show, that y'all will look forward to me seeing this face more than that one. But it's such a pretty face though.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and like this video, share it, because sharing is caring, and that's how we are able to grow and boost this channel. And if you made it this far toward the end of the video and you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?
Hit that subscribe button.
It's free. It don't cost you anything.
And get in them comments.
Join the family. We lit over here.
Okay, we lit over here. That's what the 14-year-old said. That's still what they saying? We lit?
No, but it's the older people show, so.
She just called me old. All right, so until next time, journey on.
Well,
So-
Journey to Peace family, I'm turning 40. I need you all to get in these comments and comment and convince her to throw me
Hashtag
a party,
Black Fabulous.
even if it's COVID live. I need her to figure out how to throw me a banging 40th birthday party. So get in those comments down here, like, subscribe, and
Zoom.
let her know.
How about that?
I don't want no 40 Zoom.
Zoom, we
want
got
something
you.
live.
I'll be your DJ.
I don't want no parade. I don't want a Zoom call.
No.
I don't want a parade. I don't want any of those things. I want a real party. Even if we have to social distance, I want a real party with real people that I can connect with for 40.
Okay, well, we can have a party here in our house with these real people who live here.
No.
And you can
That's not
connect
a
with
40th
them.
birthday
Adult.
party.
Adulting.
A 40th birthday
Adulting.
party with the 40th.
That's not what this video is about.
Year-old.
That you can put that in the bloopers.
It's not what this video
But get
is
in them
about.
comments about this though, about my $700.
That's not what this video is about.